All right. What's good, everyone? Hope everyone had a good Monday. A good Monday. We about to get started in just a minute, folks. Give me just 1 second. Still working out some bugs doing it this way. Yo, y'all put some ones in the chat if y'all can hear the audio good. Cool. All right. Started. You know, we got a special guest on today. None other than our man, SOA, Big Chris. From the Influencers in the Morning, Nfluent Entertainment. All right, we're going to get started. Just keep you cool and everything's copacetic. Pull out your heater. Spit your razor, and mine'll still be the intellect that plays you. Cause when the mic check of high-tech skills are apparent, you can play the child, kid, I'll play the parent. Cause I'ma be responsible for your schooling, but I won't change your diapers or do your carpooling. Or get up, or break it down a little something. Say what? Guantanamera, I wanna be your man. Guantanamera, you got to understand. Guantanamera, I would do it all. Come on, Guantanamera. Why clever beanie man? Come on, he break it through. Yo, beanie man. What's up, man? There go that girl they call Roxanne. Forget about Roxanne. What's up with Guantanamera? I asked her for her number. She said, Kaya de la Boca. She said, are you a dealer? She see me in my Viper. The only thing I hustle now is records for the paper. She said, como se llama? Me llamo Wesley Sniper. She looked at me and laughed and said, you far from my actor. It kind of made me wonder, did the girl catch the so if y'all want to see this interview live and direct, go to my website, getbigent.com, and click on the Monday Madness tab, and it will take you straight to the YouTube link. And you can watch us live in effect. See Chris's big, pretty baby face.
The return of the wild style fashion is smashing hits, make it hard to adapt to this. Put pizzazz and jazz in this, the cash in this, master this, blast this to make a clap to this. DJs go on cuts and obey the crowd. Just pump the volume up and play it loud. Hip hop's embedded. Before I said I wouldn't.
So we're talking to a hip hop head today. So we're gonna be playing some old school hip hop today as well. And you can't play hip hop unless you play Rakim. The greatest MC ever, the best lyricist ever, in my opinion.
With more vision than TVs, I find it easy catching diabetes for fly sweeties. Sit back and wait to hear slam and track. Rock a jam by popular demand. I'm back. I control the crowd. You know I hold it down when it drop. You know it's jiggy when you hear the sound. From town to town until it's world renowned. And I rock New York City all year round. I control the crowd. You know I hold it down when it drop. You know it's jiggy when you hear the sound. From town to town until it's world renowned. And I rock.
Sicker than your average. Pop a twist cabbage off instinct. Niggas don't think shit stink. Pink Gators, my Detroit players. Tim's for my hooligans in Brooklyn. Dead right, if the head right, Biggie there every night. Papa been smooth since days of under rules. Never lose, never choose to. Bruise, cruise, who? Do something to us. Talk, go through us. Girls want to us, wanna do us. Screw us, who us? Yeah, Papa and Pump. Close like Starsky and Hutch. Stick to clutch. Yeah, I squeeze 3 at your cherry M3. Bang every MC easily.
Take that.
Recently, frontin' ain't saying nothing, so I just speak my peace. Keep my peace. Cubans with the Jesus peace. With my peace. Packing, asking who want it. You got it, flaunt it. That Brooklyn bull, we on it.
Can't you see? Sometimes the world is hypnotizing, and I just love your flashy ways. This is why the road can rest so fast. Can't you see? Sometimes the world is hypnotizing, and I just love your flashy ways. This is why the check it out.
MC and my people call me Milk. When I'm busting up a party, I feel no guilt. Gizmos cutting up for the suckers that's down with me. The one of us, that's how I feel. To be down, you must appeal to the 2. We're rated R, we're gifted, and we're going far down the road to the bank. While I'm here, I'd like to thank Mom and Dad, they knew the time. Gizmo scratching, Milky's rhyming, Milk is chillin', Giz is chillin'. What more can I say? Top villain, that's what we get. Got it good, since you understood. Would you stop scheming and looking hard? I got a great big bodyguard, so step up if you wanna get hurt. Milky's gonna pull this skirt. I get money, money I got. Stunts call me honey if they feel real hot. That's how it is, you can ask Giz. I stole your girl while you were in prison. Jail for MC assault. You was jealous, it's all your fault. Milk is chillin', Giz is chillin'. What?
Check it out, party people, cause this party is burning. For a new dance, I know you've been yearning. For all you people concerning, a brand new dance called the Pee Wee Herman. Just move your hands into the front, and if you can't get a music, say, huh? What? As you're doing this dance, it might hurt your back, but just look at the crowd. Say, I meant to do that. It's the Pee Wee Herman, new dance sensation. Just go with the flow, cause it's sweeping the nation. So come on, everybody, rock with Joeski and the T. New dance called the Pee Wee. It's funky fresh, so don't ridicule. So get on the floor and get off your bicycle. If you don't know how to do it, you better start learning this brand new dance called the Pee Wee Herman.
Now, here's a little story I got to tell about 3 bad brothers you know so well. It started way back in history with that Rob and me.
My team.
Been had a little horsey named Paul Revere. Just me and my horsey and a quart of beer. Riding across the land, kicking up sand. Sheriff slices on my tail, cause I'm in demand. One lonely BCIP. All by myself without nobody. The sun is beating down on my baseball hat. The air is getting hot, the beer is getting flat. Looking for a girl, I ran into a guy. His name is MCA. I said howdy, he said hi.
at me instantly as I walk into this city. I can feel you digging me with your glass of Remy. You had one too many, but still I'm impressed with your wild out in me. It's a party, and I got to run on through, but maybe later on we can chat over boo. See, I thought you knew. Ain't no delay in what I'm saying. Want me to rewind, select, and backtrack it one way? I said it's a party. I got to run on through. We rolling 20 plus. You can follow if you choose. See, ain't nothing changed since the days of the queue, except the elimination. The one or two up my groove, yeah, it's you. But true, I got to browse on through. You can catch me at the bar, being shady to my old crew. How I do, make moves like I'm shooting. Catch me on the rebound, maybe at the tunnel. Yo, a party ain't a party till this ran off through. And leave it to my crew, let's go replay a blue. After 3 pounds, we gon' go walk this. A party ain't a party till this ran off through. Yeah, a party ain't a party till this ran off through. And leave it to my crew, let's go replay a blue. After 3 pounds, we gon' go walk this. A party, 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 party.
With so much drama in the LBC, it's kinda hard being Snoop D-O-double G. But I somehow, some way, keep coming up with funk hits like every single day. May I kick a little something for the G's and make a few ends as I breeze through. 2 in the morning and the party still jumping cause my mama ain't home. I got in the living room getting it on, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you gonna do? I got a pocket full of real and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the doors. But for what? We don't love them now. Yeah. So we gon' blow an ounce to this. G's up, freeze up for a second now, bounce to this.
Rolling down the street, smoking, sipping on gin and juice.
Laid back.
With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. Rolling down the street, smoking, sipping on gin and juice.
Laid back.
With my mind.
It was a clear black night, a clear white moon. Warren G was on the streets trying to consume some skirts for the E, so I could get some phones. Rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you skirts know what's up with 213.
So I hooked a left on 21 and Lewis. Some brothers shooting dice, so I said, let's do this. I jumped out the ride and said, what's up? Some brothers pulled some gas, so I said, I'm stuck.
These girls peeping me, I'm gonna glide and swerve. These looking so hard, they straight hit the curve. Want to bigger, better things than some horny tricks. I see my homie and some suckers all in his mix.
I'm getting jacked, I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taking Warren's wealth. They took my rings, they took my Rolex. I looked at the brother, said, damn, what's next?
They got my homie hemmed up and they all around. Can't none of them see him if they going straight down for pound. They wanna come up real quick before they start to clown. I best pull out my strap and lay them busters down.
They got guns in my head, I think I'm going down. I can't believe it's happening in my own town. If I had wings, I would fly. Let me contemplate. I glance in the cut and I see my homie Nick.
Dog is about to make somebody turn cold. Now they popping and yelling, it's a tad bit late. Doggy, 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 doggy.
Nothing you do makes me keep running to you. Nothing you do makes me keep running to you.
Stay ladylike, get yours, fly perm, silk drawers, less poly. Ice your finger like Raleigh, collecting, reppin', plus we side betting, never wetting. Me and you glowing like fluorescent. Now Asiatic laces bird with a rabbit, stab it, maintain mine. She gotta have it, knowing you catching me in lies, snatching me out of fives, boo. Yo, you the shake on the fries, chill, daughter. Your Navy SEAL real reporter, peace, law and order. God body hit it underwater, relax. HBO, yo, color Kango, your sweet mango, no champagne tango. Keep my sky page ablazing, so amazing. Rubbing my waves and your rock is the size of a raisin. Getting it, use a Queen Serafina, Gina. Hitting it, doing 90 with your man's Nina.
Nothing you do really makes me keep running to you. Nothing you do makes me keep running to you.
Mr. Mike, baby girl, you got the world going out of control. Something so incredible, far beyond fabulous. Got these other wannabe divas very mad at this. D.O.D. with the foot down. Mr. Mike, baby, lace it up, something proper. Moved out in the back of a chopper that she's rocker. 20 slim
chillin' with the big reminisce. Think of it's the remix. Oh, disturbing the peace. Oh, no, so deaf. Yeah, Chingy.
I heard this is the best rapping at ATL. Y'all let me know.
Right there.
He's not from the ATL.
I like the way you do that right there. Girl, why you do that right there? She's so bad, I'm constantly getting calls from the murr. I got a girl rabbit, the way she bounce it for the curve. My man defending her like a lawyer, so beware. Some dudes be handcuffing, but dirty, that ain't fur. I wanna bet she got the bomb, like a turd. She with it, I'll hit it, though I ain't thinking about merge. I love these honeys, might as well call me Papa Bird. Girl, you know you looking good. Hey, don't I know you from the hood? You say you wasn't when you would. Now take it off, you know you should. Now twist around for me. I like the way you do that right there. Swing it when you walk and let down your hair. I like the way you do that right there. Lick your lips when you're talking, that make me stir. I like the way you do that right there. Swing it when you walk and let down your hair. I like the way you do that right there. Lick your lips when you're talking, that make me stir.
Yeah. Can I get my grown man on for one second? I see some ladies tonight that should be hanging with Jay-Z. Jay-Z. Excuse me, miss, what's your name? Can you come hang with me? Possibly. That's right. Can I take you out tonight? You already know what it's hitting for. I got whatever outside and you know what I'm sitting on. 50-50 venture with them S-dots kicking off. Armadale popping down, only bringing them all. Only thing missing is a missus. You ain't even gotta do the dishes. Got 2 dishwashers, got 1 chef, 1 maid. All I need is a partner to play spades with the cards up, all trust. Who else you gonna run with? The truth is us. Only dudes moving units, M Pimp juicing us. It's the rockin' hair. Maybach outside, got rocks in air. PJs on the runway, young got air. I don't land at an airport, I call it the clearport. Therefore, I don't wanna hear more back and forth about who's hotter. It's young, holla.
Excuse me. You're so contagious, I can't take it.
I got my Gotcha 97 on right now. You gotta pump it to this one. Can't roll it up to this one, boy.
So contagious, I can't take it.
B-I-Z to the ball is my name. Vapors the old baby, you is my fame. Still in the game like a G.I. Joe. Kick still singing, he the star of the show. It's been a long while, but don't get it twisted. I still got flavor like Snapple and Mystic. As I get ballistic, playtime is over. Now it's time to hit my man Mario.
I wanna know your name, man. I wanna know if you got a man. I wanna know everything. I wanna know your number and if I can come over and I wanna know what you like. I wanna know so I can do it all night. But you're telling me I'm just a friend. You're telling me I'm just a friend.
Oh baby, you
got
what I need.
What I need.
But you say I'm just a friend. But you say I'm just a friend. 'Cause I can be your fantasy. But you say I'm just a friend. But you say
Wild Wild West. 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 Wild Wild West.
I used to live downtown, 129th Street, Convent. Everything's upbeat, parties, ball in the park, nothing but girls after dark. We chill, nobody gets ill in the place. We call the hill, but if you try 'em, that's when they will get wild. But they don't fight, they kill at the
Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West.
Walk through concert doors and roam all over Coliseum floors. I stepped on stage at Live Aid. All the people gave and the poor got paid. And out of speakers, I did speak. I
when the monument is right in your face. Sit and listen for a while to the name of the place.
The bridge, the bridge, the bridge, the bridge, the bridge.
Hip hop was set out in the dark. They used to do it out in the park. Every place they said his name, it rang an alarm. Otherwise known as Mean T Tom. A brother who's known for his rap, Jappy Jack. Larry Ladd, third least not last. A cool brother by the name of Gas. Face Brothers made you get loose. They was down with the brother called Cousin Bruce. They used to jam in the center. You had to pace. Go to the door, get frisked just in order to get in. And if you wasn't from this town, then you couldn't fight and win. But every time they had a jam, they couldn't get no peace. So that's why the jams out there in the parks they had to seize, cause you was in
the bridge, 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 the bridge.
All right. I want to holler to everyone that's here on our Mixler chat. We got Stay Sweetie, Amy J, Steph K, Nefertiti, April Howard, what's good? Rocky Balboa, my man West Life, the great genius, Miss Madam D, how you doing today? And our CEO, our man of the hour, DJ Relevant, and then my boy, my man, your man, SOA. Now over here on our YouTube, we got Genius over here, D is over here. Like we got Judy Davenport. There go Dolores Shelley. Hey Ma, how you doing? So we're gonna rock just a few more minutes and then we're gonna get down and we're gonna talk to my man SOA. All right, let's get it.
One, two, that's how we usually start. Once again, it's the thought, the Dalai Lama of the mic, the Prime Minister thought. This directed to whoever and listen, it rains. Yo, the whole state of things in the world about to change. Black rain falling from the sky looks strange. The ghetto was red hot, we stepping on flame. Yo, it's inflation on the price for fame, and it was all the same. But then the antidote came. The black thought, ill syllabus out the fifth. This heavyweight rap, I'm about to live like a father lift up his seed to sunlight. I plug in the mic, draw like a gunfight. I never use a cordless or stand portless. Sipping chlorophyll out of ill silver gauntlets. I'm like a faucet, monopolies the object. There ain't no way to cut this tap. You got to.
This might be the second best MC or lyricist right here. If anybody heard that 30-minute rave that Black Thought did on the internet, man went off.
Legendary foundation. Check it out. Yeah, you gon' hey, you listen and stop what you doing and set it in motion. It's the next movement. You listen and stop what you doing and set it in motion. It's the next movement. We got the hot music, 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 the hot
From the depths of the sea, back to the block, Snoop Doggy Dogg, Funky gets the doc. Went solo on that, but it's still the same. Long Beach is the spot where I serve my cane. Follow me, but you bet not slip, cause 9 tris ain't the years there for me to blizz out my grip. So I ain't holding nothing back, and once again I got 5 on the 20 sack. It's like that, and as a matter of fact, cause I never hesitate to put a fool on the stack.
Yeah, so keep out the manuscript. You see that it's a must we drop gangsta.
Hold up, what's my name?
The days on the boulevard
a Linden. We used to kick routines and the presence was fitting. It was I, the abstract.
And me, the 5-footer. I kicks the mad style, so step off the Frankfurter.
Hey yo, Fife, you remember that routine? That we used to make spiffy like Mr. Clean?
A tidbit, a smidgen. I don't get the message, so you got to run the pigeon.
You're on point, Fife.
All the time, Tip.
You're on point, Fife.
All the time, Tip.
You're on point, Fife.
All the time, Tip.
Hey yo, so let me get down and let me drop my lid.
Now here's a funky introduction of how nice I am. Tell your mother, tell your father, send a telegram. I'm like an energizer, cause you see I last long. My crew is never ever whack because we stand strong. Now if you say my style is whack, that's where you're dead wrong. I say that body and El Segundo, then push it along. You be a fool to reply the fight was not the man. Cause you know, and I know that you know who I am. A special shout out piece goes out to all my pals, you see. And a middle goes for all you punk MCs. Cause I love it when you whack MCs despise me. They get vexed, I will next, could not contest me. I'm just a fly MC who's 5 for 3 and very brave. On top remaining, no home training cause I misbehave. I come correct and full effect of all my check. And before I get the there must be a. You see my aura's positive, I don't promote no junk. See I'm far from a bully and I ain't a punk. Extremity of rhythm, yeah that's what you heard. So just clean out your ears and just check the word.
Check the rhyme, y'all. 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 Check it out. Check it out. Check the rhyme, y'all. Check the rhyme, y'all. Check the rhyme, y'all. Play keyboard. Check the rhyme, y'all. Check the rhyme, y'all. Check it out. Check it out.
So yo. Trying to get comfortable with that set right there. Well, I love this little beat right here. There you go. But right now, So Unique family, we're gonna talk to our man SOA. What's going on, SOA? How you doing?
What's good with you, Big Rob?
Oh man, it's Monday. Big things happening, you know.
Big things happening, man.
Some know what I'm talking about. Some will find out soon, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
So look, we're gonna go ahead and get started with our interview with you, my man. So the first thing we want to know here on Monday Madness is what's up with this MC name, SOA? What's it mean? Tell us some background on it.
Man, so SOA is the first MC name I ever came up with. And man, it's an interesting story. So just to give you a little background on me, I'm from Southwest Atlanta, born and raised there. And for those that are from Georgia or Atlanta, they know what Southwest Atlanta is like. It's a pretty rough spot. Also, I grew up, in a divided household. So, it was a pretty rough upbringing. My dad wasn't a witness. So, some really kind of crazy situations for somebody to see when they were young. So I picked up writing poetry when I was probably about 7 or 8 years old. And I would just write about, pain or whatever. And it translated over to starting to rap and starting to do hip hop. And now I remember I was out one day and, freestyle circles and everything. And one of the OGs that I respected, he heard me, do my freestyle or whatever. And he was like, young boy, you gotta make it because you are a voice. Like you're the voice of Southwest Atlanta. So I call myself SOA, Streets of Atlanta, or basically the voice of the streets of Atlanta. Because, the story I tell is the same story that so many other people from Atlanta have, especially people from the part of the city where I'm from. So that's where the name came from.
All right. No, everybody, Relevant had a cool name. You got a cool name. I'm changing my name.
Yo, DJ Rob is fire, man.
I gotta go with something else. There's no story behind it. I need a story.
It fits really well on shirts and stuff. Like, it's great for branding, DJ Rob.
Yeah, I want a storyline behind mine too. So we're gonna work on that. But anyway, so tell us, you told us a little bit about what the name is and what it meant to the area. But talk to me about how you got started in music.
So, man, I was just I've always been a fan of music. My mom, when I was growing up, found out that she used to be like a dancer when she was in college, doing like contemporary dance and stuff. And every day, whenever we cleaned up the house, she would just kind of throw on that Michael Jackson and and a lot of his records. And we clean up the house, and I really gained a love of music from that. So when I started writing poetry, and then figured out that I could you know turn this poetry into music, like my two favorite things, I was hooked. So I started rapping super young, maybe like 11 or 12, you know.
All right, well, cool. So now, about what era was it that you grew up in?
The 90s.
So you're a '90s baby.
Yep,
So
yep.
you know how I like to get down with old school music. I go dirty back.
Hmm.
But what are some artists that influenced you over the years when you started in your music? And so and I know '90s sometime can be when you grow up. But what was your experience? What was the ones who got you started that make you really love music?
So I mentioned Michael Jackson already. So Michael Jackson was a huge influence, in terms of like production and musicality, and being a showman. Like you see, like anything that we put together on Influent Entertainment is kind of a show. But in terms of like hip hop artists, my number one influence was Jay-Z. Um, I so much so that I kind of modeled like um how he started rapping, like after model kind of like my training for rapping after him. So like I would like read the dictionary and I would freestyle and stuff like that. Um, but of course, Outkast, because I'm from Atlanta, was a great influence. I remember the first time I heard Rakim, I was like, "Who is this guy?" And I had to find more about him. So Rakim as well. So that's probably the big four: uh, Big Boy Dre, Jay Z, Rakim.
Right. And for me, coming up when I did, I wasn't a big fan of Jay Z, but I loved all the artists that came off of his influence
Right.
because the style that they have. Because you can't take anything away from Jay Z from being a great artist. But then when you take guys who's got a smoothness to them, or they got a trick with words that they use, but they use kind of the same symbolism that Jay Z done, man, you find that you got great artists then. So So let me ask you this: you came up in the '90s. I came up in the I'm gonna say '80s. That's what I'm gonna say. So I came
Okay.
up in the '80s. I'm gonna say '80s.
Okay.
Came up in the '90s. Now you got the 2000 boys that came through, which kind of all of them folded over each other. But now we got a whole new generation of artists out here.
Right.
What do you think about the artists today, and how have you seen music evolve over all these years?
So, um, man, that's a big question. So, I don't know if music has evolved as much as it's devolved over the years. I'm a real big fan of this old school music because of the live instruments and musicality of it all. Even if it's not hip hop, I enjoy listening to that kind of music. And the more music goes on, you really don't know who's talented or not. Even singers, because everybody's using auto tune. Everybody's getting touched up. Rappers aren't getting their whole verses out. I mean, there are some gems and some diamonds in the rough, in this generation. But for the most part, I just I'll listen to kind of see what the kids in my hall are identifying with and stuff like that. But for the most part, it's not for me. But what I will say is, um, this generation's approach to being independent and owning your own thing, is something to be admired, because my generation was all about, you get that record deal. You get that record deal, man, and you work for somebody. It's about being a worker. So this current generation, they're, even if the music is not great, they're about being bosses, about owning their own thing. Even if someone has 30,000 people that are listening to them, which was nothing back in the day. They got a fan base of 30,000. They can make a living. So, I will give this generation credit for that.
Absolutely, I agree with the same thing. And it was all about record deals back in the day. That was the thing. Um, Record deals didn't really mean nothing after I learned the business of the entertainment. I
Hmm.
realized being a record deal is like buying a house. You're in debt.
Right. All the
So
way.
it was the more the record deal, the more in debt you were.
Right.
So I realized then, I said, that kind of sucks. But yeah, I feel the same way. I think that the creativity that they have now is a little lacking.
Right.
Uh, but yet the independence that they've showed that you don't need somebody else to make money.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing about it.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing. I just imagine what some of the artists back in the day could have done if they'd had that same mindset or the opportunity to have that mindset. Well,
Right.
because we didn't have internet, we didn't have streaming and all that stuff back then. So it was either depending on a record label to get you a deal because they was the only ones who could really get the music on the radio, and that's
Right.
how people heard you back then. So
The
um,
record label, the radios, and the DJs, man. If you didn't have a connect there, you were nobody.
you was nobody, no matter how good you were. So we talked to you a little bit about your musical background, but now we want to talk to you a little bit about SOA, aka Chris.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit about your family. We know a little bit about from anybody who listens to Influencing in the Morning knows some things about Chris and his family, but we got some other listeners that may be on here. Matter of fact, I'm seeing some names I ain't never seen before over here on this YouTube side. So tell us a little bit about your family, about SOA, Chris.
So, in terms of growing up in the truth, my mom introduced the truth to us. So shout out to moms. Um, I have two siblings in the truth. My sister and my brother. I'm the youngest of three. And then, in terms of immediate family, my wife May, who's also on the Influences in the Morning, and my son Xavier, little knucklehead boy.
Hot
So yeah,
wing.
that's that hot wing 2011. See him popping up in the chat. What did I miss? So yeah, that's my family.
All right. And a great family it is too. I've never got to personally meet you or the family, but we've got the chance to speak and talk, and I've even worked with May on some things. So
Yeah.
great family, man. If anybody in the chat, if y'all don't know this guy, man, very good brother. So let me ask you this: musical background. You said you started rapping early. You got into, and having a name like Streets of Atlanta kind of gives an edge to you. You got to be up with what's going on in the streets to be able to rap about the streets.
Right.
But when it comes to music, there's always been that fine line, as you call it, when it
Right.
comes to music and the truth. So how did you come into the truth, having that background in music?
So my mom got a Bible study. I guess a year before I was born. And a year after I was born, she got baptized. So I was pretty much raised in the truth, man. Truth's pretty much all I knew. But then I had this other side of me, um, the musical side, and writing rhymes and making music kind of fed a whole nother part of me, like the creative part. Like if a person's a creative, they know that, you kind of have to have some sort of creative outlet in order to express yourself. So music was mine. I started, doing music professionally when I was 14. I got signed to a small indie label, which a funny story. So when I got signed, it was like I was just like, "What's your name?" I'm like, "Streets of Atlanta," and they're like, "It's too long." Streets of Atlanta is too long. So they end up shortened it because I was the youngest person on the label to Young Streets, right? So, they signed me as Young Streets. Then when I decided that I didn't want to be a part of that no more and sever my contract with them, they still owned the name Young Streets, but it wasn't my name anymore. Um, so so leaving that part of me behind, the next step was to be independent. And so I started working with some of my friends, some brothers and stuff like that. And a lot of them started getting disfellowshipped and leaving the truth and stuff like that. So I actually put music down for a while until like last year. But what I learned is that it's not the music, it's not entertaining. It's your priorities and where you put things, right? So, for so long, music was first and everything else was after that. But putting it down for, 8, 9 years, I began to see what's important. So now that I'm doing music again, it's fourth or fifth, in my life. Of course, Jehovah's first, my family, the congregation, you know, and everything else in life after that. So it's all about prioritizing. If you do music and music is first in your life, then you're never going to serve Jehovah faithfully. But if all the right things come first and then you're a musician after that, then you can make room for it.
Right, right. So that was part of my next question, but one part of my next question that I really want to know, because this is something that um, when I was growing up, and I knew the truth, but I wasn't in the truth. But
Hmm.
you couldn't do certain things in the truth when it came to music. You could sing all day, but you couldn't do hip hop.
Hmm.
So, how did you find a balance for that? Because there's still brothers right now. If you say I listen to hip hop, they're gonna be like, "What? That's the devil's
The
music."
devil.
Well, Luther Vandross was the devil's music. That was
Yeah.
fornication.
Hmm.
So if we want to talk about music, we can talk about music. Earth, Wind, and Fire. That those
Devil's
elements
music. Yeah.
those elements got a lot of '90s babies where they are now.
Right.
So
Do you
how did
remember?
exactly? Do you remember exactly? So how did you see it to be able to work with being a hip hop artist and dealing with the truth as well? Because of course, there's gonna be skeptics or spectators on the sideline that's got things to say.
So man, um that's an interesting question. So it's real. Maybe I can sum it up with a couple of experiences that happened to me. So music has being a hip hop artist has got me in trouble with the brothers on more than one occasion. So at one time, I did a song and the brothers called me in the back room and I was on like a compilation song with some other people. And they were like, what you're saying isn't bad, but what they're saying is bad. So, you have to watch who you're associated with. So, that's as far as they went. And then so, cut to a little bit later on. I'm working with another brother. Me and him are working together exclusively. And we got called in the back room. And it was like, we see this, we don't like it. Give me the lyrics to the music so we can look it over. So presented them with the lyrics to the music, and they were like, all right, well, there's nothing wrong with the lyrics, but we just don't like it. And so it was at that point that I realized that there was nothing scripturally wrong with what I was doing, but all things are lawful, but not all things are advantageous. So that taught me that, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, I need to do it specifically for people that appreciate it. So, the family here on So Unique Radio appreciates it. The people that subscribe to the Influent Entertainment Patreon appreciate it. So, I make it a point of not being out there, right? So you're not gonna find any SOA music on Spotify. You're not gonna find it on Apple Music. You're not gonna find it anywhere like that. If you want to listen to it, catch them So Unique show reels, or or sign up for the Patreon. You can listen to it as much as you want. But, I had to set up a situation where, those friends that are not stumbled by, by what we're doing here can enjoy themselves and enjoy music. And I mean, if you think about it, the songs that I make are cleaner than the most edited worldly hip hop song, so it's just kind of a situation where, I've learned to just kind of, okay, everybody's not going to appreciate what you do. So you gotta, I create for those that appreciate it, not for those that don't.
Yeah, absolutely. I think things have changed a lot along the way, because I know when my kids were small, I wouldn't let them listen to hip hop because of what the stigma of hip hop had based off the truth.
Right.
And then as they got older, in time, that became the only music available for young ones. And so it was either hip hop or edgy pop.
Right.
And you had to pick your poison. You couldn't sit there and have your kids listen to the James Brown. And be totally honest, listen to the 90s music. Me and my wife was listening to it one time. We used to tell them all the time, y'all don't know no music. Boy, the music back in the 90s was slamming. And
nobody.
We was listening to the music at one time. And I was like, oh man, this is my jam right there. Ooh, I didn't know they said that.
Provocative.
Listen to something else, like, I didn't know they said that either. And after I got to think about, I said, man, the 90s music was plain out nasty.
Pretty much.
It was just plain out nasty.
Freaknik happened in the 90s.
But it was pretty nasty, So in time, some of the hip hop artists that was coming through, the poppy, more generational, it was cleaner than the stuff that all of the brothers grew up in the truth. So it does have its it's a become where it's more acceptable now, I believe. So let me ask you something. So do you have any projects back in the day that you could possibly share with us today?
Sure, man. Sure. So me and my boy Shane, aka Jaraka, we worked on 3 projects together, and those projects are really special to me because number one, I had to make it with a close friend and a brother, and number 2, that kind of pushed me over the edge of like being a songwriter with those projects. So like those projects that I wrote, they were multi-genre. I had some rock, some R&B, some pop, some hip hop on those projects. So but this song in particular is super special to me because I was telling you a little bit about it before the show started. So me and my boy Rock, he was the producer, and I was the rapper, so but he could rap too. So one day I come in the studio and I'm like, yo, what we working on today? Because we will always write together. And so when I came in, I was like, yo, we're working on today. So he drops the beat. He just starts rapping at me like he won't battle. And so that was him kind of being like, yo, like I do this too. Like I've been seeing you do this for weeks, but I do this too. So he rapped his verse to me, and I went and I wrote a verse, and I rapped my verse back to him. And like what I rapped was shorter than his, but he was like, I gotta do another verse. So he wrote another verse and he rapped his verse back at me. And then I was like, so I wrote another verse and I rapped my verse back at him. And at the end of the verse, at the end of the song, we named the song after the first word he said in that record, Royal. So so this is me battling my brother on the track, SOA and Jaraka. The name of the song is Royal.
All right, y'all, we about to check it out real quick.
Royal on the mic, mix or misfit, relentless. The time spent is equal to infinity. You feeling me? I am air. Blow right past you, I am air. You can see me, I'm like air. On that note, let me take a breath. Pace set, here we go down this road again. How many times have I gone in on my metal like a wind? That's my rock. Who are you? I'm Ja Rock the General. No salutes imperial when it comes to lyrical. Based on these verses, gone in 60 seconds. Hip hop, I murked it. Might have been on purpose. Speeding up and it's working. And I've been so patient, waiting, need motivation, made revelation. Why these haters was sipping on, sleeping on me, but I'm too strong now. What's back there? Friends turn they back and got no commentary on that. Heart gone black, still got love. Lost my mind, what was I thinking of? Y'all ain't hip hop and dubstep, thinking you knew next. Track to let me start it renewed. Was out in Cali, dude, making music with the tool, taking off. Stand by just to warm up, just like tools. Extra loud on my amp, not Jimmy, more like John Rocky, I'm the champ. You a chump, I eat your whole career for lunch. Watch me two-step, watch me stun. I don't front like missing X game teeth. I X the game with my beats, no take back systems we keep. The judgment coming soon, so let me pass, it's the streets.
I set an intent for hip hop. Who have you become? Not a kin of mine, just a friend of mine that led me through the slum. Shared connection, just like Tetris, but in reflection, it's soldier soul. No more metaphors and simile, rap simply a joke. Hip hop needs a new deity and royalty. You see in me, let anarchy sound in the streets. The revolution I shall lead. I pulled a pen out of his cap like pulling a sword out of his stone. Hip hop has chosen a new king. It's time for me to take my throne. First act of business is get back to business, kids. No more vocal rapping. What's the real lyricist? Cause y'all been killing music, and it needs a resurrection. You can follow Milliken's Kansas. We can show you the direction.
Doubted myself for a minute, now I'm just kidding, now I'm back in it. Pearls for the piglets, just for the respect. High game and reset, even doubt. The last game to lock out is what I'm talking about. Now my name up in your mouth, body and names I lost count. Probably seem strange, my so I count. Pinky up, just to show you how true spit and spit it noble. Games well down by Noble. Shake the earth, no ground to hold you. Y'all to hamsters, count control fools, don't get your strings pulled. I got none attached, achieve my throne. Left it, now I want it back. Real talk ain't no claim insurance. Myself was my own deterrent. Mastered the art and then relearned it just to prove I truly earned it. Doused my heart in gasoline, then I proceeded to burn it live. I've arrived, can't escape, so don't try. Temperature is on the rise. See the pain in my eyes. I blow steam, no tears to cry. I rain fire while I fly. I shall rain until I die. In my zone, that's no surprise. I'm top alone till my demise.
Discretion with weapons of mass destruction. Erupting the resurrection of hip hop will be the topic next summer. You suckers riding the pine. You will remain on the lumber because the flow is so enlightening. You can succumb to thunder because of how I deliver. You gotta be Stevie to wonder about how I'm ransacking these rappers and they beats I'ma plunder. Got themselves in a pickle, then I slice the cucumber, then get sued the relish, then digest it and vomit. See these rappers got no flavor, nothing for folks to savor. And I'm way ahead of you suckers, so goodbye, see you later. Putting fear in their hearts, got more screams than what's craving, and I got a craving for destruction. So just feed me, I'm waiting for the right moment to strike. Let the DA indict the streets of Atlanta's the culprit for mass murdering mics. I want my piece of the pie, and I ain't sharing my slice. Sick as malaria, no barriers, I broke them tonight.
Yo, y'all put some ones in the chat for SOA. Yo, man, that joint is hot. Like fire. Hot.
My bad, man. I'm like the old people at the mute. You muted. But I appreciate it, big homie. But yeah, man, it was that was one of those test your pen moments. That's like one of the biggest part of hip hop is competition. So, whenever we hopped on the track together, this is how he wanted to push me every single time. Like we would get into like a pop mode or a rock mode. And then when we get back to the hip hop, he's like, yo, like Streets, you still rapping like you doing a pop song. So he would push me. So yeah, we pushed each other. I biggest regret is that, I couldn't help my brother. He's inactive now, and I try to reach out to him from time to time, but the music industry kind of has his brain clouded, but I wish, he could see, where brothers and sisters are now in terms of making music. I think that would bring him back around a lot.
Yeah. It's sad that we lose some to this and this is the devil's trap too. This game, I've had a chance to experience it up close and personal, and it if you're not careful, you can get eat up real quick in this game. So,
Right.
we hope our brother comes back and
Definitely.
gets himself back together, because that's way too much talent not to have in the new system. So,
Right.
but we're gonna get back with you in a little bit. We're gonna
You
get
think, Big
back
Rob?
with you in a little bit. Am I muted?
Nah, you good. You good. Do you think, Big
Oh,
Rob?
oh, okay. I thought you said I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh no, no. I said, do you think? Do you think?
Oh. Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
we're
sit
gonna
back
get
and
back
enjoy
to a
the
little
show.
bit of music, and then we're gonna get back with SOA for a little bit more information. There's some more things I want to ask him. So let's go.
Look if you buck, why? 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 J on the track, why? Look if you duck, if you duck, if you buck, it's time for all the security. Look if you get around.
Tone, holding on your damn street, stopping, jumping, bumping every car off in this damn thing. Throwing the balls up at these pyramid bleeding from their nose. But when we start, that's where we make them hit the flow. Ain't no game off in this thing. We be deep off in your party. Come on, get it started, and we be the hardest. So if a come and run they mouth just like a punch them dead up in this nose, they stomp this out to the flow.
Yeah, we nucky and bucky and ready to fight. How bet ya I'ma throw them dice? I haters best to think twice. See me, I ain't nothing nice. And call my beat ain't no stopping. Becky like Saddam and Osama bin Laden. Like they said, they got poppin' and I am acting a fool. I wish I had a would get crunk up on this crime, my crew. Now enough is enough, boy. I rub and get stuffed, boy. I love is a must, boy. I know if you buck, boy.
Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Look if you buck, boy. Lo Come to do the rest. Step in the way, multiple shots are going through your chest. You must have gone past the truckers, boy, you was blessed. And I'ma take them out the game, y'all. It ain't no thing, y'all. You want a buck, I rip you up like a chainsaw. The game's wrong, boy, please believe it. Keep your Bible with you, cause you gon' be needing Jesus. Beating for chart-topping hits. And Archie ain't gon' stop dropping shit. I'ma make $1 million, then stand on the top of it. Rocking it till the day I die in this game. Archie with the fat boy, adding the fire to the flame. Be ready.
In the club, so the call me Rocket. Posted in the cut, and I'm looking for a blockhead. Yep, in my white tee, I break a back, and I keep a big bank. Oh, I think they like that. Before I leave the house, I'm slizzing on the goose, and I'm in the plane. So a nigga really loose, and I can lean with it, and I can rock with it. And if you got a free,
while you break your spleen with it. Put up your jeans with it. Smoke some with it. In the spot, ain't pump. If we ain't in it, if you don't wanna do it, deny it, make you dance, make you dance. But watch me make your face beat up my hand. Beat up my hand. You see me hit the spot, better watch that boy. Tired ain't from the road with them franchise boys.
Lean with it,
walk with it,
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 lean with it,
walk with it.
Shout, check out. I like it when she rock her hips, then wave and sip. She rock her hips, then wave and sip. She rock her hips, she rock her hips, she rock her hips, then wave and sip. Hey,
look at them hips. I like how she rock it. She bring that thing over into the ground. She gon' drop it and pop it hard as she can. Got me hard in the pants because she all in her stance, doing her dance, man. Look, little buddy cute in the face. She rock her hips to the bass. She take a sip and she wait and wanna get with Lil J after she dance on that pole. I pull my can so quick and fast when that to the flow.
Now I got 32 flavors of that bootylicious bubble gum. Raspberry, grape, cherry, come and get the sunny bun. Yummy, yum, baby, not your ordinary lady. Known to drive it crazy, Willy Wonka wanna pay. On the daily, off the hills and rock my heels or shake my skittles, soda pop it, watch the sizzle, man, it right here for shizzle. Smoking on the highest drizzle, wanna taste it just a little. Rock my hips and make it wiggle, waving, sipping in the
I like it when she rock her hips, then wave and sip. She rock her hips, then wave and sip. She rock her hips, she rock her hips, she rock her hips, then wave. I like it when she rock her hips, then wave and sip. She rock her hips, then wave and sip. She rock her hips, she rock her hips, she rock her.
So I typed a text to a girl I used to see, saying that I chose this cutie pie with whom I wanna be. And I apologize if this message gets you down. Then I CC'd every girl that I'd CC round town. And hate to see y'all frown, but I'd rather see her smiling. Wetness all around me, true, but I'm no island. Peninsula maybe, makes no sense, I know crazy. Give up all this pussy cat that's in my lap, no looking back. Spaceships don't come equipped with rear view mirrors, they dip as quick as they can. The atmosphere is now ripped. I'm so like a pimp, I'm glad it's night. So the light from the sun would not burn me on my bum when I shoot the moon. High jump the broom like a preemie out the womb. My partner yelling too soon, don't do it. Reconsider, read some litter. Sure on the subject, you sure? You know we got your back like chiropractic. If that do you dirty, we'll wipe her out as in detergent. Now hurry, go on to the altar. I know you ain't a pimp, but pimp, remember what I taught you. Keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart, hey, keep your heart, 3 stacks. Keep your heart, man, these girls are smart. 3 stacks, these girls are smart. Play your part, play your part.
Jones to choose it, lover, never without a rubber. Never in the sheets like it on top of the cover. Money on the dresser, drive a compressor. Top notch, get the most, not the lesser. Trash like the for $40 in the club. Up the game, she gets no love. She be cross country, giving all that she got. 1,000 a pop, I'm pulling billions off the lot. I smashed up the gray one, bought me a red. Every time we hit the parking lot, we turn head. Some wanna choose, but the is too scary. You chose me, you ain't a pimp, you a fairy.
Baby, you been rolling solo, time to get down with the team.
We gon' do it. We're gonna stand by.
Raise up, take your shirt off, twist around your head, spin it like a helicopter. North Carolina, come on and raise up. This one for you, this one for who? Us. Yes, sir. North Carolina, come on and raise up, take your shirt off, twist around your head, spin it like a helicopter.
Who am I? Petey Pop. First put it down for North Carolina, but guess what? It's been work. I'm a superstar. Bought me a big old car, 4.6. Black with the balls on the front and back, and got a button in the middle, make the truck go. But it ain't about that. It's about getting what you getting and doing on back here. Big fella, half of me in Carolina, done time together. Hope, Marshall, Hope, Green County, Hillary, damn, transfer, Santa Red, Browns over here, Green over here, pass the tank, down on, Oldham, East, that's the thing. Johnson County, Franklin, Burgall, Newport, Warren, Shelby, Kingsville, Goldboro, Halifax, Stateville, and all my doing life behind the wall. This right here is for North Carolina, moon and haze up. Take your shirt off, twist around your hand like a helicopter. North Carolina, moon and haze up. This one for you, this one for who? North Carolina, moon and haze up. Take your shirt off, twist around your hand like a helicopter. North Carolina, moon and haze up. This one for you.
Now walk it out, walk it out, now walk it out. Southern style DJ, DJ Money on the track, DJ walk it out. We at it again, baby. Northside walk it out. Here we go. Now walk it out, 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 now walk it out. Now Westside walk it out, now Southside walk it out, Eastside walk it out, Northside walk it out. Now hit the dance floor, hey bend your back low. She do it with no hands. Now stop, pop and roll. I'm smoking bubble. Yeah, they in trouble. I like the way she move. I'm undercover. Now everybody leaning. I make the crowd rock. Now go and walk it out. I see they on my job. She want that bubble gum. Is they the double mint? Two shooting me, so I know that I'ma win. It's on once again. Patron once again. I threw my head back, then I froze like the wind. Westside walk it out. Southside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Northside walk it out. Now 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 Westside walk it out. Now Southside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Northside walk it out. Now 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 Westside walk it out. Southside walk it out. Eastside walk it out.
A fucked up childhood is what the way I am. It's got me in the state where I don't give a fuck. Somebody help me, but nah, they don't hear me though. I guess I'll be another victim of the ghetto. Ain't no escaping cause I'm way too young. Pops is dealing, and on top of that got mom sprung, scheming off the top. Pops never figured that he'd go down by the hands of another. Now my pops is gone and that ain't no good. Got to follow in the footsteps of the homies from the hood. And was the role model, cause putting fruit in my baby bottle. And through all the motherfucking pain, they done drove my mom's insane. So I guess I gotta do work, so I ain't finished. I grow up to be a straight up menace. Come on, y'all. Straight up menace.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light.
In the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days
when I was just a little bro, I looked up to my bigger bro, begged if I could kick it. So when he went out with girls, I could go tagging along, nagging. If she had a sis, maybe could mac a baby hood rat. Y'all remember way back then when it was 1985, all the way live. I think I was about 10. One of those happy little singing the blues that be always trying to bag with the shag and karate shit. Saying, yo, mama black, his mama this, his mama that. Then he get mad and wanna scrap. We stay mad about 10 minutes, then it's like back on the bike to play hide and go get it with the younger by the bungalows. Then switch to playing ding dong ditch when that gets old and too cold to hack it. Threw on a bomber jacket. You could tell the ballers cause they fell wearing gazelles. If they really had money raised, we sport knee K's. And all the girls had they Turkish link. If it broke, then they made earrings to it, like they meant to do it. But sometimes I still sit and reminisce, then think about the years I was raised. Back in the day.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid.
And everybody say,
I remember way back when.
And everybody say,
I remember way back when.
And everybody say,
I remember way back when.
What?
Back in the days.
If you were worried about where I've been or who I saw, what club I went to with my homies, baby, don't worry, you know that you got me. If you were worried about where I've been or who I saw, what club I went to with my homies, baby, don't worry, you know that you got me.
Somebody told me that this planet was small. We used to live in the same building on the same floor and never met before until I'm overseas on tour and peep this Ethiopian queen from Philly taking classes abroad. She studying film and photo flash focus record. Says she working on a flick and cut my click through the score. She said she loved my show in Paris at Elysee Montmartre and that I stepped off the stage and took a piece of her heart. We knew from the start that things fall apart, intent to shatter. She like, don't matter when I get home, get at her through letter phone, whatever, let's link, let's get together. You think not, think the thought went home and forgot. Time passed, we back in Philly, now she up in my spot, telling me the things I'm telling her is making her hot. Started building with her constantly round the clock. Now she in my world like hip hop and keep telling me, yeah.
If you were worried about where I've been or who I saw, what club I went to with my homies, baby, don't worry, you know that you got me. If you were worried about where I've been or who I saw, what club I went to with my homies, baby.
Okay, I remember the days. High rights, low lefts, even Stevens and fades. Troops, lottos, and BKs, those was the days. High-tech boots, spray painted with your names. T-shirts, airbrush, they read the same. The herringbone chain, one go with your initial. Harris photos, group shots, can you remember? Bury him, told him, go to the prime and die. Didn't lie, shot himself in the head with the 4-5 when she disobeyed. Had North Clayton craze, just to reiterate, dog, those was the days. For the invasions of haters, man, crews from all around used to get down at true flavors. Bumping, rocking damage, cross color and Paco. While Playboy stepped in talent shows, prom night, Tux and Kango was so cool. The new model cars, we riding old school.
We were trying so hard to survive. Cause even though we were young, we had to stay strong. No matter what we went through, it was me and my crew, and that's how we win.
Feel it coming in the air. Hear the screams from everywhere. I'm addicted to the thrill.
I'm ready.
It's a dangerous love affair. Can't be scared when it goes down. Got a problem? Tell me now. Only thing that's on my mind is who's gonna run this town tonight. Is who's gonna run this town tonight? We gonna run this town.
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance. Get your fatigues on. All black, everything.
girls are blackbirds, riding with they diligence. I get more in depth if you boys really real enough. This is like familiar, I'll explain later. But for now, let me get back to this paper. I'm a couple bands down and I'm trying to get back. I gave Doug a grip, I lost a flip for 5 stacks. Yeah, I'm talking 5,60 shot zeros. Here, Doug, back to running circles round. Now we squared up. Hold up.
Life's a game, but it's not fair. I break the rules, so I don't care. So I keep doing my own thing. Walking call against the rain. Victories within the mile. Almost there, don't give a shout. Only thing that's on my mind. So go run this town.
This is anti-auto-tune, death for the ringtone. This ain't for iTunes, this ain't for sing-alongs. This is Sinatra at the opera, bring a blonde. Preferably with a fat who can sing a song. Wrong, this ain't politically correct. This might offend my political connects. My raps don't have melodies. It should make jackets want go and commit felonies. Get your chain tooken. I may do it myself, I'm so Brooklyn. I know we facing a recession, but the music y'all making gon' make it the Great Depression. Or your lack of aggression. Pull your skirt back down, throw a set, man. Yeah, this just violent. This is death for auto-tune, moment of silence. La da da da. Hey, goodbye.
Can't stop me from rapping, Kenny hot. I spit it through the wire, man. There's too much stuff on my heart right now, man. I gladly risk it all right now. It's a life or death situation, man. Y'all don't really understand how I feel right now, man. It's your boy Kanye Chitter. Shot-town, what's going on? Yeah, I drink a boost for breakfast, an insure for dessert. Somebody order pancakes, I just sip the scissor. That right there could drive a sane man berserk. Not to worry, Mr. Ace to the Izzles back to Wizard. How do you console my mom, give her light support, telling her son's on life support? And just imagine how my girl feel on the plane, scared as hell that a guy look like Emmett Till. She was with me before the deal, she been trying to be mine. She a Delta, so she been throwing that dynasty sign. No use me trying to be lying, I've been trying to be signed, trying to be a millionaire. How I used 2 lifelines in the same hospital where Biggie Smalls died. The doctor said I had blood clots, but I ain't Jamaican, man. Story on MTV, and I ain't trying to make a band. I swear this right here, history in the making, man. I really apologize to everyone right now. It's unclear at all, man. They got my mouth quiet shut for like, I don't know, the doctor said like 6 weeks. You know, yeah, I had reconstructive surgery on my jaw. I looked in the mirror, half of my jaw was in the back of my mouth now. I'm still here for y'all right now.
Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Oh no! The fight's out! I'm about to punch your lights out! Get the back, guard your grill! Is something wrong? We can't stay still! I've been drinking and busting too, and I've been thinking of busting you upside your mother forehead. And if your friends jump in, there'll be more causing confusion, disturbing the peace. Since not in illusion, we running the streets. So bye-bye to all you groupies and gold diggers. Is there a bumper on your nose? Doing 100 on the highway. So if you do the speed limit, get the out of my way. I'm DUI, hardly ever caught sober. And you about to get ran of go. Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move. Get out the way. Get out the way. Get out the way. Move. Get out the way.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ho. H to the OV. I used to move snowflakes by the up. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. Ho. Fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Fly it in a piece of paper bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain. That's right, ho. Not DOC, but similar to them letters. No one could do it better. I check cheddar like a food inspector. My homie Strick told me, dude, finish your breakfast. So that's what I'ma do. Take you back to the dude with the Lexus. Fast forward the jewels and the necklace. Let me tell you dudes what I do to protect us. Shoot at you actors like movie directors.
Choose the rhyme, rhyming chose me, so I hit the track running like a nosebleed. Life ain't great now, but it's much improved. Your album dropping this summer, that sucks for you, cause this is Bubba's moment. I put my mother on it, I said my mama, it seems as if I love her, don't it? So buckle up, cause it's gon' get bumpy. I call my girlfriends Bettis and my grumpets. That Bubba talk got you open wide. I giggle outside the booth, but ain't no joke inside. This is complicated, at least to y'all it is. Just let me sell 50 million, then I'll call it quits. But until that day, y'all in deep do. I never once saw you cranking, cause I just sleep through you. What you need to do is just admit you love me. The South has always been dirty, but now it's getting ugly.
I hope y'all enjoyed that set. Put some ones in the chat if y'all feel good for a Monday. Monday Fun Day. Before we get started, Chris, I'm just going to say hello to some of the friends that's in the chat. For the ones that I may have missed, Mr. Ed Lee, Chase Howard, my man, DJ M-A-A. I done messed it up just as bad as everybody else.
Keep messing it up, you'll be all right.
Nah, that's all right. MC Slice, that girl is nice. B-Jai, how you doing? AP, accounts payable. Mr. Mookie, Just Prince, what's good, my man? Dub Works, how y'all doing? So we talked to SOA a little bit earlier, and we found out a little bit about him, the man, the myth, the legend. And he even dropped a wonderful track on us. One that said it was close, near and dear to his heart. And it was fire. So now we're going to talk to him a little bit more. And we're going to talk to him about some things that he's got going on right now. Some things that a lot of these friends that's in the chat are involved with as well, too. So the first thing I want to ask you, SOA, is tell us a little bit about Nfluent Entertainment.
Ooh, you asked me big questions, Rob. So... You know what? At this point, brother, I have no idea what Nfluent Entertainment is. You know, we started off kind of like a record label. You know, I picked up, you know, a couple of really close associates that were involved in music in different aspects. You know, whether they be, you know, DJs or singers or producers or rappers. And it really started all with just having somewhere to release music at. So, I mean, I got back into this music thing because of the captain of the ship here, DJ Relevant. Me and him started chopping it up. And he flat out asked me, yo, Streets, you want to do a project? And, you know, I told him yes, because, you know, I've been through so much things right now. I was getting myself right spiritually. And, I love music and wanted to be involved with music, but I didn't want to compromise my spirituality. But here, another spiritual brother's like, yo, let's do this hip hop together. And it created a safe space for me to be able to be myself. So when me and Relevant started working on this project, we wanted somewhere to be able to release the music. So I created Influent Entertainment for that. But then I started thinking, what about other artists in the truth, right? We're in a pandemic, they've got to be starving to create. Could I create a safe space for them to, be able to serve Jehovah and also do what makes them, happy, be creative from time to time. And so that's where Influent Entertainment was born out of that necessity. And I mean, it's evolved to so much more since then. Now, we have comedians, we have scripted series, several podcasts. So it started off as just music, and now it's way more than that.
All right, man. I've been trying to get signed with Influent. I mean,
I'll send you an agreement, sir. Come on through.
Yeah,
like don't play with it. Don't play with it. You said it all in front of all these people. see, you want to joke, Rob? I signed all to get big. Keep playing.
Yeah, they say get big or go home. So
Hey, man.
So with Influent, it started out as a safe place for the friends, and that's a wonderful thing, because many of the things that we've had going through the pandemic, it was designed for the friends. Because we could have done our music, we could have done all this stuff without these platforms, but these platforms really put something in place. But of course, we know that things are starting to get back to normal. And just like anything else, when something gets back to normal, the things that you created for a certain circumstance sometimes start to dissolve away, because everybody gets busy in the things that they couldn't do before. So with that being the case, where do you see the future of Influent Entertainment going?
So that's a great question. So now that Influent is getting, well, I don't want to say Influence getting, but now that we're kind of getting back to more of a normal, we won't be ever back to 100% complete normal. But now that we're getting back to some semblance of where we were before, I kind of made a plan a year ago for this. But I thought we'd be out of the pandemic by now, but I want to keep going with what we have now, creating content for people to be able to view online, because I mean, sometimes you're going through YouTube or whatever, and you're looking for something clean to watch, and the branch has, JW broadcasting, and that's for learning. This is purely clean, just entertainment, what Influent Entertainment is providing, so I want to keep that part of things going. But also, live events, like I'm thinking of, like live shows, like have you ever been to a clean rap concert? Well, maybe rent a venue out and do something like that, or a compilation show. Just some more live events that are geared towards the Influent family getting out there and showing themselves off and being talented. Also, live podcasts. So there's been forums where you can do a live podcast. So I've been thinking about things like, been looking at mansion rentals, or like yacht rentals and stuff like that, where we can invite people on, like a live studio audience, and create like kind of like a talk show feel with the podcast that we've been shooting, of course, for our patrons, something like that. So all those things are just kind of plans for when it's safer to get together, some kind of cool activities. Looking for a way to do the movie nights, so we have a movie night thing going on too. So looking for a way to do that, live in front of people. So yeah, it's a lot of different things that we have planned for post-pandemic.
That sounds great, man. I don't know if you ever think about, for anybody who ever's been on a cruise, you think about, they have an entertainment network that's on there too, but it's on the cruise. It's their own station. And a lot of times you can start watching it, sometimes overly corny stuff, and you can be entertained. So it's great that even after the pandemic, you're still thinking about more content that you can give to friends. because now the friends have an opportunity to go out and entertain themselves. But I think people have gotten used to this. It's almost like that other streaming channel that they have on
Right.
TV that they just are locked into.
Right, right.
So I think it's great that we are still thinking about the content that we already given the friends, because they still need something clean regardless if the world opens back up or not.
Right. Right.
So
right.
let me ask you this. Who are some of the artists that are associated with Influent Entertainment?
So immediately, my boy Relevant, he's grandfathered in. Like, me and him started together. So of course he's grandfathered in. Anything he want to do or utilize Influent Entertainment for, it's open for him, because he's my brother. We started together. He's responsible for where we are now. But we have two DJ besides Relevant, DJ AMA, who's on Influencers in the Morning from time to time, and also DJ Slim, that's also on the same platform. Slim is also our in-house comedian, so he does our comedy series Rants, and he wrote and created a comedy series dedicated to our Zoom meetings called The Meeting Files, where we reenact funny things that happen at these Zoom meetings. So we have DJ Slim. We also have Siobhan Smith. You may see her. She's singing everywhere. Really talented sister working on her own project right now. We have DJ Slim's wife, Ebony Eyes, who's also a talented singer, but she's more mainstream. She has like a really mainstream sound. We got Country Adams, which is, our down home country soul singer. We got Jay Prince, who's in the chat right now. Great vocalist and guitarist. We got Io Cooley. Io Cooley is probably the most seasoned producer on Influent Entertainment. He's produced for so many projects, and some of your favorite songs Io Cooley has produced and you don't even know it. So he's been out there. And also Daniel Lopez, who is also a talented producer, but he's also a talented guitarist, and he plays a bunch of instruments. So yeah, man, so many artists a part of Influent Entertainment, and also Penn, which y'all will find out about later. We're looking at a couple more people to come on board right now. But a tight team full of talented people, definitely talented spiritual people.
That's great, man. That's great. I think about, we get to meet several of these folks on the Influencers in the Morning. We know a little bit about them. Slim, AMA, which AMA, I still haven't heard a set from AMA yet.
Okay.
We're waiting to hear a set. I'm waiting to hear a set from. Matter of fact, I think put some ones in the chat if y'all would like for AMA to come on Monday Madness and do a set on Monday Madness. And I'm saying that because I know he's in the chat right now.
Challenge accepted, sir. You gotta accept the challenge.
So put some ones in the chat if y'all like to get AMA on Monday Madness.
Yeah, AMA is a monster. He's a monster, man. He's such a perfectionist though. Like, he does like a couple sets a day, and he'll just shoot me something, and I'm like, yo, what's going on the Patreon? So you got like a couple hours of music from AMA on the Patreon. But yeah, he's a perfectionist, man. He's always working on his craft. But I am with you. Challenge my man.
All right,
get on up here and do it.
In the chat. So AMA, we're gonna talk.
Look at him with them sweat beads in the chat. Get out here.
Because AMA, you are an influencer too.
Oh, he got him.
So let me ask you this now. So what's the possibility of us as the listeners getting a We Are the World type collaboration with all the Influent Entertainment artists?
I am within good taste type of person. Like I'm not doing anything just as a gimmick. So what you'll probably see from Influent is because We Are the World, like you had a lot of great artists on it, but that's not a good song.
I'm not talking about the actual song, but I'm talking about just that.
But yeah.
Overly collaboration of all the artists.
I don't know if you'll ever see that on one track, but you'll definitely see it on one album. That's in the works. So you'll get an Influent collaboration album at some point. But I doubt you'll get a song with everybody on it because it's so many of us.
Well,
it's so many of us, and I don't. So my thing is like if I hear it work well sonically, like it's sonically pleasing and dope, then I'm with it. But I'm all about the music making sense and the music sounding good. So is it possible? Yes, but it's got to sound fantastic. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my whole thing. Like, the music it's got to be bomb. It can't be too long. It can't be too short. It's got to be on point. So not to say that it will never happen, but it's got to be good, man. That's my main thing. If somebody brings me a really good concept,
all right, well,
we might be able to make it happen.
Hey, we're gonna pray on that one. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. I think that would be a super dope conception because nobody else in the truth has done anything like that with a group of talented folks. So
you're right.
We'll talk it up.
You're gonna challenge accepted me. All right, I got
talk it up. So my last question, as an artist of Nfluent Entertainment, are there any projects that you have recently completed that you would like to share with the audience here right now? And speaking of which, as far as audience, man, you have brought us. Well, it's 23 on the chat. It was 43 on there just a minute ago, but
oh, good Lord,
might have been some duplicates. I'm not sure.
glitching in, hitching.
All right, well, I'll take glitches for the ratings. So, do you have anything that you're working on that you've completed right now for us?
So, man, I've been trying to work on my next studio album for a long time. For those that are like listeners to the station and have been tuning into Rel Show and have been tuning into Influences in the Morning, you probably, or if you're a Patreon member, you probably have heard the project The Awakening. That was kind of like my first album back. And now last year, during the middle of last year, I started working on a project called The Voyage, which is like the continuation of The Awakening. So The Awakening is kind of like, I'm back. And The Voyage is like, all right, so this is how I've gotten to that point. It's a very personal project. And I haven't finished it. I'm not even close to finishing it because of all the collaborations on this project. But I finished one song several months ago. And I think I played it the first day of the year. This song is called The Poet. It's featuring Country Adams on Nfluent Entertainment. And so I hope y'all enjoy it.
All right, y'all. We're going to check out The Poet by SOA featuring Country Adams.
Timeline. Oh my God.
It started with a pencil and a pad, sitting in my class. Think another choreo from Michael Jackson's Bad. Teacher started English after we just finished math. But today is kinda different, man. She taught us all the craft of how to build this poetry. And now I am refocusing, because these poets tend to build emotion like I've never seen. It's like a poem was a passage out of my sadness, a way for me to escape all of the madness. You see, I learned how to flow like Edgar Allan Poe. I learned to speak the truth like Maya Angelou. I learned to deal with loss like I was Robert Frost. I learned to change my views like I was Langston Hughes. I wrote unique as a way for me to escape the bleak. My brother looked into my notebook and said I was deep. I guess he saw something in me that I couldn't see. The path it took me down, man, you won't believe.
Now here I stand,
Yeah, here I stand,
and here I fall,
and there I fall,
but still I rise
above it all.
But I gotta be thankful for all that I grew to be.
what I grow to be.
I just gotta be thankful that the poet is a part of me.
Still a part of me. So I started to write, composing these compositions, and I read them out loud to anybody who wanted to listen. See, the poet was great, but there was something missing, a musical element elevating all of these written. See, this hip-hop thing was popping on the scene, and every single lyric from my poems were busting out the seams. I gravitated to the stories of the struggle, had a youngin' out here trying to imitate everyone in the hustle. See, every freestyle cipher, yeah, I'm in the center, and every single battle they're declaring me the winner. See, music's been a part of me as long as I could remember. Couldn't sing or play an instrument, but I'm declared a sinner. Ever had your heart broken by the ones you love? Thinking just cause you a lyricist that you a thug? Just cause I can light up stages don't mean I'm the plug. It's just this rapping thing that's swimming all up in my blood.
Now here I stand,
Yeah, here I stand,
and here I fall,
and there I fall,
but still I rise
but still I rise.
above it all. But I gotta be thankful for all that I grew to be.
What I grow to be,
I just gotta be thankful that the poet is a part of me.
still a part of me. Sometimes life can be the utmost surprising when you can see hope just right over the horizon. Let everything go that holds you to the matrix and keep moving forward until you reach your destination. A pedestrian on the road of life can have the ups and downs. The ups give thunderous applause and seem to shake the ground. The downs can plunge you so low that you can't hear a sound. Is it your dream to be famous or to be world-renowned? Cause loyalty is royalty, and I'd rather wear that crown and be loved by people that's really there to hold you down. See, I'll take the ladder and keep climbing that ladder, cause I'd rather matter to someone than appease someone that doesn't matter. The poet.
Yo, man. Yo, that was fire, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So, man, we are so thankful that we was able to have you on here today.
Thank you for having me, my brother.
And we really appreciate you hanging out with us. And man, hopefully that we can get you back on here again. You know, when some things change with Nfluent, as Nfluent continues to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Get you back on here again. Yo, y'all put some ones in the chat for SOA.
That's love. That's love.
So, SOA, tell everybody in the audience, where can we catch you guys at? What things do these listeners on So Unique Radio, what do they have the opportunity to be able to experience from Nfluent Entertainment?
Well, our flagship show right now is the Influencers in the Morning. Our morning show 5 days a week. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check in with us. You know, we'll be trying to create some great content there. Also, this Friday night, the influencers will be doing a pop-up. So a secret, you know, we recently found a bunch of music that we made back in the day, a long time, over 10, I think maybe even 15 years ago, that features myself, DJ AMA, DJ Slim, back when we were just kids playing around. So we were gonna air some of that stuff, and take an opportunity to introduce people to some of the new music and some of the new artists on Nfluent Entertainment. So don't know quite what time yet. Big Boss Man, I'm sorry, I got to fill out a pop-up form. But we're gonna go on and just kind of reminisce on some of our old music and introduce y'all to some of the new stuff that we're gonna be doing. Also, y'all hear me screaming all day and all night. Our Patreon is patreon.com/NFLUENTENT. It is a place where you can get a paid subscription to our network. Basically, it's a safe space because we only allow our brothers and sisters in good standing to have Patreon subscriptions. And you know, the brothers that are on that platform, all the content that's created, we're going to make sure that it's filtered and curated specifically for the friends. But you know, each Patreon subscription helps to pay for more entertainment. Basically, you know, when we have good Patreon subscriptions, we get to pay the artists on Nfluent Entertainment. Also, We get to pay to do more stuff like our food shows that we're going to be starting soon, going to different states, trying out the different food in different areas. Also, the things that we talked about, renting out a mansion for our patrons to have, live entertainment, or a yacht to do the same thing. All that's going to be paid for by our subscriptions, because I ain't got it. So the more subscribers we have, the more entertainment that we can push out for people. And ultimately, my goal, man, is to create a network where that kid that's growing up in the truth, that wants to be a show writer, or wants to make music, or wants to do something, can have somewhere where they can go, they can create, they can make a little money, but still serve Jehovah faithfully. So that's the ultimate goal, man, to build something like that for our youth. My son loves to play guitar. So, hopefully at one point we'll have enough subscribers to be able to, full-time employ some young people in the truth that are talented, so that's the biggest goal with Nfluent Entertainment. So if you subscribe, you help to push that vision forward, so that's it.
All right, y'all, man, appreciate it so much. So, y'all, we're going to rock out for this last, and we're going to tell Chris bye, because if not, we'll keep talking. So we're going to holler at you later. We'll hear you in the morning. We'll see you later, though. Hey,
thank
y'all,
you for having
we really
me,
appreciate having him on here. Thank you so much. And we're going to rock out for the next few minutes until DJ Suede, I think he's coming on tonight. I have to double check, though, see if he's actually coming on. And if not, we're going to have a good time.
On the top like a rug, make it sound smooth and later make a dub. Enunciate well, so that you can tell I am not illiterate, no, not even a little bit. Nothing like an idiot. Get it? You want the record? Cool, I'm with it. Let the rhythm take you, shake it cause it makes you. As I turn the knob to the door, you escape through. Going like a gnat, don't be a pop. And I let it play cause dress ain't funky enough. Rasta.
The bass, check out my melody, hand out a cigar. I'm letting knowledge be born, and my name's the R. A.K.A. I am not like the rest of them, I'm not on the list. Catch what I'm saying, I drop lines like a scientist. My melody's in the code, the very next episode has the mic off and distorting, ready to explode. I keep the mic at Fahrenheit, freeze them seas and make them cola. The listener's system is kicking like solar. As I memorize, advertise like a poet, keep you going when the flow is smooth enough. You know it, but rough, that's why the mural on my story I tell a B. Nobody beats the R. Check out my melody. Check out my melody. Check out my melody. Check out my melody. Check out my word on my microphone. And think as soon as I see one of these forms, so they don't have to scream. I couldn't wait to take the flow into it to test it. Let my melody.
To all the ladies in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical positions in your bushes. Who rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club, sipping my wet is where you find me. The back of the club, Mac and all my crew's behind me. Mad question asking, I'm passing, music blasting. But I just can't quit because one of these honeys Biggie got to creep with, sleep with, keep the ep a secret. Why not? Why blow up my spot? Cause we both got hot. Now check it. I got more Mac than Craig and in the bed. Believe me, sweetie, I got enough to feed the needy. No need to be greedy. I got mad friends with Benzes, see notes by the layers. True to heart players. Jump in the Rover and come over. Tell your friends jump in the GS3. I got the out by the tree, cuz. Throw your hands in the air if you're a true player. To my money, get your money playing in the way down.
steaming, blazing. I swear them boys crazy. Holly grown something, cause by where I was raised in. Baby wasn't gazing, running, ducking, phasing. Under their tongues and under their beds and hood for the real soldiers, 24/7 hustlers. Into the shop, a barrel by your pipe, sucker. Ain't no love for no buster, no fear for no coward, no respect for no and no money without power. We leaving out of love, nasty and sour. Pile up in the head, they power and block it every hour. Some of them like the Potter, fall in love with that train. Some like the trees of that D's and shoot it up in their veins. I'm from the home of the checking and cracking brains. Broadcasting live from the block is still away.
What do you got there?
Then cook something for me.
What do you let go?
Then bust something for me.
Are you ducking the law?
You better run from them, Moody.
Are you playing with that ball?
Then don't you front something, Moody.
Ex-girlfriend, how you been? I see you still trying to with other women, man. Remember when I first met you in my cousin's house? A week later, we was f***ing on your mama's couch. Now it's been said that big girls, they don't cry, but they damn sure lie. Look you in the eye, saying you they own me. You and I, till the day we die, said you never leave me lonely. Fly tenderoni, but you phony. Shoulda listened when my mama told me. Soon as I turn my back, you try to f*** my homies. That was then, this is now, I got a new friend. Ever since I cut them loose ends, you wanna me. Add strife to my life. That'll make me think twice about leaving the wife even. Picture that, you ain't want me when you had me. Now you on your third baby daddy. And you hate to see it happy. So you're trying mad ways to trap me. Looking at my girl nasty, trying to throw the at me.
Look at this over here trying to act like me. She don't like leftovers.
Dr. Bad,
you can bend her over the table, but be sure that you bring my stallion back to my stable. Say, bruh, no elementary school ground playing, not a $5 bill, but 500 on the real field. I'm on the level, staying mellow, no criticism from the fellows. Hello, being key during the high speed, but still don't tap the BP. I'm DD, Drew Bell, baby.
Like NyQuil, I drop fever. So either put your fiber, boy, you got to leave it like Beaver. Cause see ya, broke or smoke your all day. Go home and buy big drinky with his pretty then parlay. I got 5 on the Hennessy, Seagrams or Gordons. Cause this is how we do it like Montel Jordan. I'm from the Oakland City. Frank Nitty is a donut. I'm blowing it up like Oklahoma.
Put your feet with my fin, best believe we'll bend. More corners than you thought, to something right is bought. Most Czaks, believe that. Token, where you from? Oakland, smoking in attempts to crack the chest plate. The zips be so fluffy, the whole town love me. At every event, I'm sacked up, so if you need me, scream double R when you see me.
If you love hip-hop, ladies, rub your knees if you love Big Papa. Gotcha, open off the words I say because
check it out, now who smoke more than a little bit? What are you, an idiot? Listen to the lyrics I spit like M1s. Got mad guns up in the cabin, cause these ain't the one for the dipping and dabbing. I'll make it happen. You got your caught on your soul was fire. From the Honda Passport or the MP. What if you see, then I miss you. I blow up spots like little sisters. Grind, grit your teeth. Grind, bite your nails. Tilt the cuticles like Murray. My killers be the most beautiful. Junior Mafia click thick like loop dancers. Grab your gats, honey. Take a glance at the little one. Pulling over in the Land Rover. Playing Big Willie style with the chauffeur. You know what I mean? Stack the green, read all between the lines. A full act up, make the maggot hard to find.
Grab it if you love hip-hop. Ladies, rub it if you love Big Papa. Gotcha, open off the words I say because players, grab it if you love hip-hop. Ladies, rub it if you love Big Papa. Gotcha, open off the words I say because
Yo, I be buying V's, so all my girls be eyeing C's. Coming backstage, dying to get pleased. You got me, I rock the Versace and linen. While you spotting, grinning with a bunch of foxy women. While you speedball with cars, that's the valid. I get clothes custom made from a stylist. Cruise in my Lexus land with no malice. While you walk the street until your feet get callous. Take you on the natural high like a pallet. It be all good, toss your clothes like a salad. When it's all over, put your vote in my ballot. This my diner, I'm Mel and you're Alice. Spend the night in Little C's Palace. It be all good as long as you don't act childish. While you standing there with the crisp in your cup, and worst come to worst, keep this on the hush.
I know you see me on the video. I know you heard me on the radio. But you still don't give me no attention. Listening to what your girlfriend's mentioned. He's a freak. Got a different girl every day of the week. It's cool, not trying to put a rush on you. I have to
Say who that? Say they wanna do that. Run up off the wheel and get your with blue black. My nerve fresh off the curve, jelly, Johnny preserve, nothing but my word. And the Mossberg pistol grip pump on my lap at all times. Whatever my niggas young niggas still dying. Island pop, huh? Nigga what? Huh? Give a fuck, nigga what? Full of that. Landing like a poppy sit. A slanted and a chanting happen. Nigga named Young Bleed Carleon. In the jungle where the murder me and mama for months and days tripping off. We play hell of a high and telling them why. I'ma never say die. You can see it in my eyes. And say I fly like an eagle and see no evil eye. And ain't no sequel. This shit I'm belling in the dope. Supernatural. Wicked y'all. Y'all see me go. But see how they running everything on the cool. But they know I'm finna act a fool in this mother. Holla how you do that thing.
From Texas to Cali, we don't care.
Holla how you do that thing.
Now everybody wants to know the truth about a brother named Quick. I come from the school of the sly, wicked, and the slick. A lot of people already know exactly where it's at, 'cause it's the home of the jackets and the cracks. Yep, that's the name of my hometown. I'm throwing down in the town where my name is all around. The suckers just be having a fit, and that's a pity. But I ain't doing nothing but see my lyrics, I'm doubling up, improving the suckers that I can throw. I'm passing the natural 10 of 4.
Same thing I was thinking about AMA. Every time I hear that song, that's what I think about.
Never tricks the DJ Quick that steals the show. So, yeah, that's how I'm living. I do as I please, you see. A young brother that's up on reality. 'Cause everybody knows you have to be stumping if you're born and raised in Compton.
Born and raised. Born and raised. Born and raised. Born and raised. Born and raised in Compton. Born and raised. Born and raised.
See, I was resting at the park, minding my own business as I kick up the trouble zone. On my radio tape, play a box right. Just loud enough so folks can hear us hype scene. Out of nowhere comes a woman I'm dating. Investigation, maybe she was demonstrating, but nevertheless I was pleased. My day was going great and my soul was at ease until a group of brothers started bugging out, drinking the 40 ounce, going the round, disrespecting my black queen, holding their crosses and being obscene. At first I ignored them 'cause see I know the type. They got drunk, they got guns, and yes they wanna fight. And they see a young couple having a time that's good. And the egos wanna test the brother's manhood. So they came to test speech 'cause of my heritage and the loud bright colors that I wear. I was a target 'cause I'm a fashion misfit. And the outfit that I'm wearing, brothers dissing it. While I stay calm and pray that leave me be. But they squeeze the parts of my date's anatomy. Why, Lord, you brothers have to drill me? 'Cause if I stop to hit this man, they'll have to kill me. You see?
First things first, I pop freaks all the honeys, dummies, playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Those the ones I like, cause they don't get Nathan but penetration. Unless it smells like sanitation. Garbage, I turn like doorknobs. Heart throb never, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks. Rings and watch filled with rocks. And my jam knocking your Mitsubishi. Girls pee-pee when they see me. Navajos creep me and they TP. As I lay down laws like Island Coppet. Stop it, if you think they're gonna make a profit. Don't see my ones, don't see my guns. Get it? Now tell your friends Papa hit it, then split it in two. As I flow with the Junior Mafia. I don't know what the hell's stopping ya. I'm clocking ya, Versace shade watching ya. Once you grin, I'm in, game begin. First I talk about how I dress is this, and diamond necklaces, stretch Lexuses. The sex is just immaculate. From the back I get deeper and deeper. Help you reach the climax that your man can't make. Call him, tell him you'll be home real late and sing the break. I got that good love, girl, you getting low.
Coolin' in my crib and I'm cold maxin'. Call up a cutie, I'm in the mood for relaxing. Get my phone book from top of the shelf, I dial 66. I better keep it to myself. Call up a cutie with a triple star next to it. She says hello, we conversate a bit. Invite her over for a candlelight dinner. Believe me when I tell you that this girlie is a winner. Shortly after that, I hear the doorbell ring. Turn on the radio, Anita Baker starts to sing. Open up the door and I kiss her on the cheek. She's so nice, polite, petite, so sweet. Sit her on the couch and I'll remove her coat. Squat next to her, clear my throat. Whisper in her ear, tell her what she wants to hear. Let her know to have no fear. Heavy these hair and girls, they love me.
She's the overhead of a heavy D.
Girls, they love me.
She's the overhead of a heavy D.
Girls, they love me.
She's the overhead of a heavy D.
Girls, they love me.
She's the overhead of a heavy D.
Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, gon' head, get down. Get down, girl, gon' head, get down. Get down, girl, gon' head, get down. Get down, girl, gon' head. Cutie the bomb, met her at a beauty salon with a baby Louis Vuitton under her underarm. She said, I could tell you rock, I could tell by your charm. Far as girls, you got a flock, I could tell by your charm and your arm. But I'm looking for the one. Have you seen her? My psychic told me she have a like Serena, Trina, Gina.
So, all right, if you on Facebook right now, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so whenever I do a live show, you will know I'm rocking.
We all went to den, and then I had to pay. If you f***ing with this girl, then you better be paid. You know.
And if you want to get on the YouTube station with Get Big TV,
she got a baby.
Go to the website, getbigent.com.
None of y'all say I still love her.
Hit that YouTube link and subscribe.
But she ain't messing with no broke. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger. But she ain't messing with no broke. Get down, girl, gon' head, get down. Get down, girl, gon' head, get down. Get down, girl, gon' head, get down. Get down, girl, gon' head. 18 years, she got one of your kids, got you for 18 years. I know somebody paying child support for one of his kids. His baby mama car crib is bigger than his. You will see him on TV any given Sunday. Win a Super Bowl and drive off in a Hyundai. She was supposed to buy your shorty Tyco with your money. She went to the doctor, got Lyco with your money. She walk around looking like Michael with your money. Shoulda got that insured Geico for your money. If you ain't no punk, holla, we want prenup. We want prenup.
Yo, guys, that's my time for the day. I hope y'all enjoyed this Monday Madness with our guest SOA from Nfluent Entertainment. We got more coming up. We're going to be talking to some business owners next week. So make sure you stay. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's Get Big Music. If you want to follow me on any of the social medias, you can go to getbigent.com and it'll take you to those social medias. And make sure you become part of the Get Big Fam Facebook group. I want to thank everyone that was here. Had a great time. Hope y'all enjoyed it. But this isn't the only show this week on So Unique Radio. Tomorrow evening, we got our CEO, DJ Relevant, Mr. Great Tribulation. Because we know he's coming, we just don't know when. And I'm not sure if Suede is coming on after me this evening. I didn't get a chance to talk to him. But the only way you can find out, make sure you follow So Unique Radio, and you'll get that notification when he comes on. Also, make sure you are checking out the Influences in the Morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Great conversation. The chat be like lit up on fire. So if you don't like the folks that's on the panel, come for the chat. Then of course, Wednesday night we have Boogeyman with Night Move. Boogie be throwing down. He be giving us all the junk. And then, and correct me if I'm wrong, fellas. I know y'all in the chat, Mr. Mookie and Ed Lee. Did the two fat guys on the mic move to Friday permanent, or was that just a one-time adjustment? I hear you, DJ AMA. And you are Influences too. Come on, fellas, let me know something now. One time, new Friday chat. All right, they said they're gonna give Friday another try. But make sure y'all stay up with Monday Madness, because we're gonna have some more of the same folks you send in this chat. We're gonna have them on this show. And then Thursday we have the Sure Cafe. We don't know who's gonna be on it. But again, if you're following, you'll get the notifications. And then Sunday, we got the Great Genius with the Brainstorm. And Genius like to play with folks' emotion. He's like a JW broadcast drama. 1 minute you might be hyped and laughing, the next minute you're crying. So you don't know what you're gonna get from Genius. So folks, again, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for supporting. Again, remember, support So Unique Radio, because this is a radio station that's created for you guys. And we're just working hard to try to give you some content. All right, everyone have a good week. Peace out.
Ain't gotta ask it, I did them all now. How about the caskets? They should arrest you, or whoever dressed you. Ain't gon' stress you, but I'ma let you know, girl, you be killing them. You be killing them, girl, you be killing them. You be killing them, girl, you be killing them. You be killing them, girl, you be killing them. You ain't gotta worry about her, shorty straight. Been chasing her for 2 days, first 48. Her bad cause, she worth every cent. She look like the best money that I ever spent. Just watching my cutie pie get beautified. Make me want better jewels, a newer ride. Louboutin shoes, she got too much pride. Her feet are killing her, I call it suicide. Looking good has its sacrifices. Chilly weather bring 4-figure jacket prices. Her body nice, FaceTime, give you that iPhone 4, FaceTime. Shorty in the streets, still handle the home. Enough class for wine, still handle Patron. When the mother call, I handle the phone, and she handle the tone. Oh, you what's up, girl? Ain't gotta ask it. I did them all now. How about the caskets? They should arrest you or whoever trusts you. Ain't gon' stress you, but I'ma let you know, girl. You be killing them. You be killing them, girl. You be killing them. You be killing them, girl. You be killing them. You be killing them, girl. You be killing them.